Just edit that out first.
Your mother is a woman.
You hope.
Yeah, well, these days I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so we're not going to build a constitution. Just going to quickly share why it's important to understand the blue, the red, and the green things, because you want to build a local. I couldn't fit the word compartmentalized. Bad planning in my. So
Couldn't spell it anyway.
so it's yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I couldn't spell it, guys. I just went compartmentalized.
Handwriting.
So it's local compartmentalized operational constitution. So operational is very important because anecdotal doesn't help us much. So anecdotal is we've got lots of ideas because we are a movement of dreamers. That's what One Small Town is. So it's important to, like you've seen with the TLDR club, which is Henry and Beniku, too long didn't read. they'll build the detailed documents for people who are excited about delving deep into the like a combination of operational and anecdotal. Anecdotal is kind of the principle of the thing, you know, it's the anecdotes of it, the one-liners, the what we believe side. But operational is what it looks like on the ground. And when we understand our blue, green, red placements or compartments, it's much easier then for us to bring in new people, because people come in and they want to know, what do I do? So that blue is where you have those things. What do we want to do? That red is where you have those things. So now the dog ate my blue, so I'm just gonna, let's see, maybe I'll just do everything in
We'll have
black.
to go past the shop again.
Yeah. Dog ate
Okay,
my
so the blue is black. Ach, the black is blue.
Yeah, black is blue today. Yeah. So what we have to work out, and in every conversation that you have, you're working out the operational side of it. So let's take, for example, let's choose three big things. So power, that's an issue in South Africa. So let's say power.
Power.
And water.
Okay.
Power, water, and internet.
Yeah, power, water, internet. So let's make that one compartment maybe. Right? And then you'd have like, we want to be safe.
Security.
Security and food.
Yeah, so physical security and food security. So we call it security. So I'm just giving an example here. So it can be physical, that's a compartment, food security, whatever. So you're creating these compartments, because the more you have these compartments built to say this is what we would like, then you end up with a blueprint, and the blueprint will tell you if X then Y. So what do we need to have security? Well, first we need someone who's, so in that compartment on the physical side, so let's say food security, we need the people who are excited about food, and they build the compartments for what types of things we're going to grow, where we're going to grow it, how we're going to grow it, and what do we need to start. So this is where you build the questions. It's like needs. So what do I need to start? What do I have? You know? So you end up with a blue system, with a blueprint system. So let's say that to get food security, we got to go into the red zone with funding from the green, right? So in that box over there, so let's create let's pretend that is a big box, right? So that's a compartment. Dog can eat that one. So in that compartment, we establish that for food security, we first need it to be, so the question is it inside the community? In other words, nobody's paying for it? Or is it a red function where it's from the community and people buy stuff from the community? So it could well be that it has to be a business model. If it's a business model, it's red. Pyrolysis,
Carrots.
ground veg.
Yeah. Ground veg.
Can you please give Mark a quick call? He's trying to call me.
Okay. So let's say ground veg. Now, we want to grow ground veg because we want money coming in to our blue zone. But we also want ground veg for the blue zone. Because we know that there's a bunch of needs. So what we have first is we have our Y from the blue. So I'm using black for blue. Maybe let me see if purple works. So first, why do we need that? Who's responsible for that project? We can have 20 lettuce projects. We don't all have to do the same lettuce project.
Yeah.
Because if 20 who's want to try something different and experimentally, that's fine. Then we know that the who's going to have possibly have a different why. Like, I don't want to sell stuff. You know, you can use my whole property and grow veg if you want and just eat it. You know, give it to cattle. I'm not driven by, you know, because I don't have those needs. My community's already taken care of it. I've already got the blue zone working in my own community, in my own life. It's already, everything from synergy to symbiosis is already occurring here. But someone else might be, this is quite important as well, someone might be in the green zone. In the green zone, you're taking care of yourself. It's you, maybe your family. The green zone, you know, if you don't work, you don't eat.
Yeah.
You know? So now you actually want to be in the blue zone, but you're stuck in the green zone. But there's a lot of greens out there who will support that because they know it's creating this blue, and at a certain point of time, blue's going to be able to say, hey, come jump in. You've done what is required. Come and hop in. But to pull this off, we have to have compartments, operational compartments with why you want to do that. Well, me, I just want to, I want the red things to come into the community. Okay, so that means if my why is community, then we need a who's going to run the side of it that sends it out to the green.
Maybe just for people who may not have seen the first video, just recap on the who is blue, who is red, who is green.
So, blue is the kingdom of one small town, or it's the kingdom of God. Hello. Blue is where our community is working, where we have everything we need, and it's all about the community. Hello. I'm just running through it while he films quickly. Go for it. Everybody loves you. Yeah. So that's blue. Red is whatever businesses we start from the blue outwards.
To bring that creates revenue for the blue.
Yes. So the red creates revenue and goods and services for the blue.
It services and it sells to the green world.
Yes, it sells to the green. Now some of us are in the green with a heart of blue. So we support blue, but we're still in the green. So my community is green, blue, but I'm out there. So blue is one small town. It's completely self-contained. It's good if you can watch that other video, watch it. I explained it in a lot of detail. But your whole idea is what makes the blue possible is when people actually know what to do. So whenever a champion comes in and they've got a sequential set of events, you have to see it as a program. If this, then that. So I won't do another page, it's getting too long already. TLDW, too long, didn't watch. So it's always just these two questions: is why are we going to do it and who's going to do it. From the who, you'll get to the how. So who will get to the how? You know, because the how is not always going to be the same. There's many ways to skin a cat, as they say. You know, not a very nice expression, but you just start off with why you want the red thing over there. When you explain it, we'll know who, because we know, okay, Andrew's not the right guy if you want this to be profitable. Andrew will facilitate, Andrew will encourage, he might even fund it from the green when he can, if he can, but after knowing his why, you'll know what you can expect from him. So if someone comes in and they're completely business driven, they're excited about blue, but they've got a business mindset, you ask them why. No, we need money in this place. Like the conversation around pyrolysis. The whole conversation around that, the original why was a business plan. It's to solve a problem that makes money. So now we can't apply our anecdotal constitution, you know, our excitement about our passion about the blue, but having this sweat equity driven, community driven meritocracy, you know, you can't apply that to the red at all. The red is not blue.
Yeah.
So you can't go into the red and say, well, we're all together, we all share equally. That's business. If you put in 4 hours, you get 4 cents. If you put in 10 hours, you get 10 cents. If you produce $1 million, you get 9 million. I mean, you get 900,000. You know, this red cannot be run through the lens of blue, because it will destroy everything. Now you got blues, their why is completely different there. You don't bring me into a business meeting because I'm just going to look at you and say, huh? That's not...
Ultimately, the business will collapse, it will fail.
Correct.
If you don't have the business mentality.
Yes. So you've got blues in there with a blue attitude. And now if you bring a green in there, you'll destroy it. Because the green, if someone is green and they've got no blue in their motives, so the difference is the end result of the red is they want to benefit the blue. The end result of a green is they want to benefit the green. So if you say, well, that person's really good at business, let's get them involved in the red. The red is going to become green. And all your blues are going to leave.
Commonly known as a merger or a takeover.
Yeah, there you go, your blues. They run away. Because blues cannot sit in the same room as a green. My projects are green. My game development is green, but it is completely focused. So let's say this is me. I'm completely focused there. So this is not funding that. That's not red. That's me, my project. I'm sourcing my own investors, and now I'm not making profit. I don't have any blue people involved there. It's not a community thing. It's a brutal venture out there, and it's got no blue expectations. In here, we chat about problems. Over there, I just fire you. Yesterday again, I fired someone. 'Cause I asked him to do something and he was like, I don't know if it can be done. I'm like, I don't pay you for your opinion. I pay you to do what I ask you to. Over here, if I say we should do this, I don't know if it can be done. It's a discussion because I know our goals and outcomes are the same. So it's worth the effort to invest into each other here. I'll just finish because I don't want to make it recording too long. There's this clip of somewhere, I must try and share it. Kathy sent it to me, of Keanu Reeves talking about who he chooses to invest in. And he says if he's in a relationship with anybody, if there's a conversation with anyone, and he feels there isn't reciprocation, he just ends it because he says we're on a planet, like right now we're closing on 8 billion people on the planet. He says there's 7,999,999 other people I can talk to. You know?
Yeah.
So
You're wasting your time.
wasting your time. So in the blue over here, we're fussy. It's awesome because it's strict. We don't like if you talk green, come in with a green attitude over here, it's cheers. Bye bye. You know, because if you go into a green zone, when I'm working with business, don't come with these principles there. I'm working with sharks. If in the green zone over here, I try and be who I am in my safe place. If you want to equate it, over here, we're moms and dads and friends and spiritual family and whatever. And over there, we're workers with a blue heart. But over there, it's like you're going out to war. You're going out, and so you can leave your gun there at the gate when you come in here and you put on your shorts. But when you leave the gate and you go out into the real world, you're in the real world, you put on your battle pack, you get your gun, your ammunition, you start talking different. I don't know if you've seen how special ops, special forces guys, when they're at home, they're like, hey lovey, hey kids, whatever. Over there, their language, they swear like a trooper, they use words like operator, you know, they're a different animal. And so if you understand that principle, you don't try and be everything at the same time. So if we put Lorette there, from a blue point of view, because this is the red is a blue activity, then Lorette knows she can be safe in business, chilling there, talking vision with everybody there. But you put Lorette in the green over there, you know, she feels like just chillaxing, don't feel like working today, I just want to go and hang out at the coffee shop, you know.
Next day she's fired.
Yeah, her heart's broken, someone false accuses her, misunderstands her. Because in the green, when I'm in the green, I'm not a nice human being. Because I'm there for one thing. I hang out with those people. I don't want to hang out with half those people. They're horrible. They've got no utility to me beyond their physical ability. Because their belief systems suck. You know, a couple of nights back, I'm talking to some suppliers, some game developers, programmers. And their sense of humor is different to mine. They're perverts. The way they talk about women makes me sick, you know. Now, I want to correct them, but I'm not there for that. This is where we have our value. Over there, I'll make a game. So as a guys, I don't really want to hear any of that. Let's just talk work. You see? But I won't do that, yeah. Yeah, if you want to talk about how we treat women, you know, how the patriarchy, I'm fine. We can talk about patriarchies over here. But out there, I don't care about your political opinion or what you're going through. I don't even ask you how you are because that's not why I'm in that relationship. Because if you answer me, I've got to sit down and listen to the damn answer. And that affects the amount of investment and time and emotional energy. So if you grasp this and you allow yourself to be who you need to be in the different sectors, your vision will grow. People know what to expect. Anyway, I don't know. Does that make sense?
Right. Yes.
questions, kumquats, cauliflowers. Cool.
That's cool.
We look right. So this is for explanation of how we see the world of how we can operate in the world, and we've separated the different categories or yeah. So up here in the blue. So it's our third level of explanation from the first video where we've separated and specified the blue zone, which is where the OST, we as one small town find ourselves, and then we are interfacing with the green world. The green world is the mostly capitalistic world where the rules of the world count. That's the world that we grew up in, that we got to know, with the rules of business, the general strict business rules, and then the red will be the interface between these two worlds, and this is where we need to control. We make the laws so that we know that this is a safe business where we can safely do business with a blue heart, accessing the green money. All right. So what we're showing here is that the blue world is a different world. There are many blue people in this world, but because we've been so
Dominated.
yeah, intermingled, or what's the mixed up with the green world. We felt alone all the years, but now we came to meet each other and we form a community, and now we realize, the reason why we need to create a blue world so that we set the laws, or we create a different world where our rules count and where we feel like a community. We don't feel weird anymore. We don't feel different. So that's why we say this is like being underwater. There's some people who can't operate here because they don't understand this. They think it's weird and hippie-like, and the green people think that this won't work because the rules that they understand doesn't count here. We trust each other. We go according to trust. We don't have to watch everybody's behind your back to make sure that they're actually trustworthy. So we've got a saying that in this community here, we just trust, because that's why it's important that we get to know each other intimately. We don't only meet for business meetings. We have breakfast every week. Twice. Okay. So we say that we point out that the green laws are completely irrelevant in our community, in our world. We know about them. If we want to get green money into this area, we have to know about them, and we have to apply them here in the red zone. So the red represents an area where we create profitable businesses. They are our businesses, where we interface with the green world, the people who understand these laws. So here it's kind of like portraying you upholding the green laws here, but it's with a blue heart, so you understand the purpose of it and why, and that in this world you have to be able to get this money, you have to have some of the structure that they are used to in your business here, so that you can they feel it's kind of familiar and it makes sense to them to spend money in here, but the money flows back into the blue, in our blue community. Any comments?
Yeah,
Does it
I
make
think
sense?
That's
Any-
very good.
Before we were born, we were all drifting in a nice warm bag of water. So we were all underwater before we were born, and we didn't have to breathe, and we didn't have to look after ourselves, so we were physically safe, and we had food and everything that we needed. So then we got, and we were part of a we system, you know. It was us, you and your mother. And then you got born into a harsh, noisy world where everyone is looking after him or herself, where it's the commercial world with created lack, and everybody is fearful of not surviving. So what we're trying to do is to get back into an underwater community where the rules of the green world doesn't apply anymore. So in this community you will not breathe underwater if we don't look after each other. So we have to look after each other, so there's different rules in the blue than in the green. Okay, so then the red is a interface from which you use to communicate between this altruistic environment into the harsh, dark, eats dark, a commercial environment. And there's certain laws that separates the ideologies of the green and the blue. And the laws gets dictated from the blue. So the purpose is to have the resources from the green coming into the blue via the red platform. Okay, so that's my take on it.
Yeah. Well done. So my time, I'm telling you, with these Stanford guys, I'm just permanently getting mentored. I love it. Lectured and shouted at and mentored. Yeah. But I just turned it into 3 different colors. The way they do business, because they explain. An altruist is someone who wants to help everybody and often does a business deal because they don't want to lose staff, or they want to help people. They invest because they care, or and they often go bankrupt very quickly because most of their decisions are compassionate. That's an altruist. So I'm an altruist. Every bankruptcy I've ever suffered is because I wanted to help people. Okay. The green is people who exist in the fiat world, the fiscal world, the world of money, and there's actually no rules. Whatever you can get away with, you do, and it's all about self-preservation. So you've obviously run into business people like that. They'll pull the rug out from you and say it's not personal, it's just business. And even when they do something wrong, they're always the victim because they always put themselves first. And that's the normal money world. It's normal money world. So you've got this blue world, which I made a nice circle of somewhere. Just going to find it here quickly. Doing a high-speed run here because you'll get it easy. Yeah. I do so many presentations and stuff now.
We should have 3 of these boards up so that we have OST.
Yeah.
Or just
One.
one massive one that can go from left to right.
I've got more business things going than any human should. Most of it is blue. Doesn't matter. But anyway, so in the blue, like we've got this dream where it's why we bought Shiloh now. It's like a community. In that community, it's all your bleeding heart do-gooders. Like there's some of us, I don't care about income, I never have. I don't care about owning stuff, I never have. I just want to help people, and I'm happy to share. I'm not driven by really anything that anybody else is, and I thought it's a retardation. But it turns out there's a lot of people like that. They exist in this blue space of altruism. They only care about Maslow's hierarchy things. Is there something over my head? Is there food on my plate? Is there internet? Is there power?
Security.
And I'm fine, But then in the green, it's about profit and power and success and all those kind of things. So this is us, one small town. This is us over here, and overcomers, So it's very much about this kind of capitalism hippies, hippie capitalists, where We want to bring people in there, and we just share and we have a good time. It's like I live that life now. It's nice. You don't need anything. You're just happy. But to sustain that, you need a green. So you have the interface financially, business-wise, between the blue and the green, and that's your red over here. And it takes the laws from blue. So we have a way of doing business, and it's always altruistic. Yeah. And we've only got one goal: get money from green.
Yeah.
So we see green as their utility is they got money. And so we fetch it, so we use their rules. There's no rules, whatever you can get away with in self-preservation. That's the interface. So when we do a business model, which you check with that 30, 10, 60 model, it's about, here's the 30, 10, 60. So the 30 is
the blue and the green combined.
Yeah, that's the red. So it's the red where we interface with the blue and the green, so that we can pull the money in to live the life we want. That makes it possible. The 10 is the admin. It's the blue or the red admin, to make it possible. And then the 60 is altruism. It's how we share. Because someone says, do you believe in communism or do you believe in capitalism? I believe in all of it. They all got bits and bobs, because communism is just as corrupt as capitalism. Capitalism is just as corrupt. As long as there's a free market economy and we can do business the way we want to, we're happy. But anyway, so that's the world that we live in. We like so that 30 over there is the interface. So we draw money out of that green world into our blue world. You see, so you don't have the stress of the green world, which you're feeling. It's just continuous pressure. There's never enough, and you're always alone. And then in the blue world, everybody jumps in. If someone's got the skill,
You become family.
Yeah, it's like if it works, it works. We'll jump in.
I was part of this family.
Aaron, just have a look for me here. You can see that the tile setting, of course there's only one setting, so that's not the thing. But just have a look, it's really dancing around a lot, and I can't seem to think that the tail is at fault here. You can see the tail is keeping his position.
Met daai hand